Well, I guess we're live.
Are we live?
I think so.
Oh, well, I guess I could check my phone and see if we're live.
Hey, everyone. This is, let's see. Oh, yeah, here we go. We're going to pop up. We just got to make sure because, this is not normal what we're doing here. Skip the ad. The KGTropicals playing ads on their videos. Yeah, there we are.
It's so annoying.
Okay, so I don't know how this sounds. It looks okay, I guess, since she's in the picture, but this is a kind of a last second thing. I think the camera is here, so we're supposed to look there. But
This is so funny.
so the deal is, folks, and Martin says it sounds fine. Thank you.
Awesome.
We're on my phone right now because the internet is down in our neighborhood. I see Unfiltered Aquarist sent us some money to pay the cable bill. It's not that the cable bill is not paid. I wish it was that easy. It would be easier to figure out. But no, it's just that the internet's down. I mean, we live in the country. Things like this happen. And I was kind of up until, 20 minutes ago, I was like, well, I guess we're not streaming tonight.
That's right.
And this one says, well, we could just do it from the phone.
In my office.
So here we are.
Because we can't do it in the basement because there's no, it's really hard, to get connection in the basement from just our cell phones.
Yeah, the phone, the signal down there is not the best. We're on Wi-Fi usually, and I've got a router down there, so it's usually not an issue, but the signal is not very good down there because it's all the way down. It's completely underground, so that's, it is what it is. So that's why we are here. We are on the phone, and we're going to see how this goes. Thank you so much to, we had a couple of super chats pop through.
No. See, this is going to be so hard because we're using my phone to look at the chat.
Yeah, because
It's
hard to see it on the screen.
Eric Furlow sent $10 to make this thumbnail the thumbnail every week. And then, hold on.
And Unfiltered Aquarist sent us money for the phone bill, which, is already there.
Right. And then Lefty sent us $2. Sounds fine, looks fine, nice, save John. It's kind of mean.
It was her, because I was basically going to take the night off. We've had a long day. We recorded all day long. We were filming all day long. And it was a long day.
It's pretty long.
We've gotten into this routine of recording multiple videos all in one time. And we did 5 today. Mm. So it was a long day. But, here we are. So we're not going to give up that easy. Everything that we had planned is just completely out the window.
Yeah.
We'll have to save that for next week.
This is what you got.
So, I can already tell you my voice is going to be wrecked after this because I'm yelling. Usually I have the nice microphone right in my face and I can just talk casually and I don't have to worry about
and
it.
We're like looking up here.
I know, it's really weird, but
it's fun though. It's a lot of fun.
What did I want to talk about? I had a list of things that I wanted to address.
Well, just because I don't want to lose where we're at and forget people, I want to try to keep up with super chats. So I'm going to interrupt John a lot. It's going to be a really random stream. But anyways, Chad Crott sent us $9.99 tip for tech support. Appreciate it. And we have a new member, Cherish Cave is
Nice.
Welcome to Fry. Thank
Welcome.
you very much.
Welcome to the team. Got a lot of big plans for channel members. Her and I have been doing a lot of talking lately, having a lot of business meetings about channel members. Channel members is a big part of what we do. And I'm not going to go on this big whole spiel here. Again, none of this is planned, what we're talking about here. But we got a lot of plans because it's something that we're taking very, very seriously. A lot of other YouTubers, if you just look from us and you just look up, you look at, well, not up anymore, but who cares? Dustin, Rachel, Corey, everybody has businesses attached to their YouTube channels, which is awesome. Good for them. We don't anymore. So our channel members is kind of our other business, if you will. So We do take it very, very seriously, and we've got a lot of big plans, and it looks like we've had a couple more pop up. So,
And I want to thank Marley QQ for becoming a member, and Hannah Hopkin, she became a member as well. Martin Carlson sent a $5 super chat. Is there an email address or some way we can talk back to you all? And we have KGTropicals@gmail.com. That's our email. And Laura became a member too. And I'm sorry, I don't want to ignore these. Pet Static sent us a $2 super chat. John has 3 big horns on his head. LOL.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, that's funny.
That's
Oh, that's
funny.
funny. Yeah, that looks like
It's my
some kind of a
little
weird
star.
thing. Yeah, we're caught up on that.
Thank you guys very much.
There is one thing that I wanted to talk about. It has nothing to do with fish, and then we'll get into some fish talk. I don't know what we're going to talk about with fish, but we'll get into it. But there's something I found out today that just made me very proud. Very proud.
Okay.
I was back before our internet went off. I was scrolling through YouTube, and I came across Tony Robbins. Of course, you know who Tony Robbins is. Everybody knows who Tony Robbins is, right? What? He's the big giant guy with the giant teeth that's like a motivational speaker, and he says a lot of curse words and stuff. Everybody knows who Tony Robbins is. Okay, well, I'll show you a picture of him after the stream, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, because you've seen him, believe me. He was doing a live stream today, and I clicked on it, and then I clicked on his channel, the Tony Robbins channel. We have more subscribers than him. This is a guy that is like a global icon, okay? He's a self-help guy. He's a motivational guy. And we have about 70,000 subscribers than he does. This is a world-famous guy. People pay $5,000 to go and see him at one of his events.
Maybe he just started.
However, we had more subscribers than him, but he had 80,000 people watching his live stream.
Oh, wow.
We've got 492, which we love every single one of you, and we're so proud of that. But 80,000 people watching.
That's insane.
I mean, Gordon Ramsay doesn't get that many views. That was nuts. But so I had a little bit of pride for just a moment, and then it was squashed by seeing that he had 80,000 people watching live. Ridiculous. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, again, I have to do this so I don't lose, I don't lose the information because it's my phone chat. The Fish Tank Barn sent a $4.99 super chat. Ice Cream Fun, sponsored by your internet service provider. Thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate that. We have a new member, Nathan Fauner.
And Mike knows what it's like to have technical issues now too. Welcome to the club, Mike.
Right. Robert Pruis sent a $4.99 super chat. New member as of today. Been watching for a while though, and love all the work and advice you guys do. Well, thank you. It means a lot.
Here's our biggest fan.
Okay. I Love KG sent $1.99. Beta sorority update, please. Love y'all.
You're trying to get us to mix things up with Corey, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to do.
But you know what? I'm going to say this because I was watching that stream.
As was I.
I was lurking. And you know what? All I have to say is I respect Corey's opinion. And so much of what he said is true. So I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah, there's no drama there. He wasn't talking at us. He wasn't talking about her or anything like that. We all, the three of us sat here and talked about it at the house.
Yeah,
I mean,
he has seen my beta sorority tank. Anyways.
Yeah, there's no drama there. There's no anger there. Nobody's upset with it. No. He wasn't talking about us. He was talking about beta sororities as a whole, and he's not wrong.
New people walking into a Petco or PetSmart asking questions, and they may or may not be led in the right direction. And I honestly have always said it's not something for a new fish keeper anyway. Tyler Barton sent a $25 super chat.
Good grief.
Advice you gave me on switching my angels to new food worked. You guys do beautiful things, and I appreciate all you guys do for hobbyists. I hope you guys stay well. Thank you, and we hope you stay well too.
That's very nice of you, Tyler. I mean, you don't have to pay us money to tell us we helped you. That's very, very sweet of you. But, thank you. Thank you for that.
Michael Ferguson, $1.99 super chat. Love Tank Talk. Thank you for being on tonight. Well,
Don't be thanking us yet. It's not over yet.
yeah, I mean, it would be so weird if we weren't on tonight. It's like our thing now every Thursday. At least yours. I've been out a couple of them before, but
It was going to break my heart for sure if we were not able to do this. And it has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with new members and all that, which we love money. We love new members, but it just has to do with the routine. It's we do the same thing every single week, and I look forward to it. And
me too.
it would have been a shame to miss it today. So this is fun. We'll have a good time here. No big deal.
Yeah. And we have a new member, Jason Webb. Thank you for joining. Jacob Custer, thank you for becoming a member. Oh boy, Fish Tank Barn, you're on a roll tonight. $4.99 super chat from Mike. Yep, fair point, John. Hopefully your internet is better next week, and we hope it's better too. You want to read that one?
Sure, a good idea, Lisa Marie. 603 stacking with the $5 got me my first 75-gallon today. Got an FX4 to go with it. Think that's a good combo for an Oscar Green Terror Pleco combo. I mean, the only one that I would worry about in that tank would be the Pleco, just because they get monstrous. Think you're doing the right thing for the interim for now. But you know what? Most people would tell you a 75 is going to be fine for a Pleco anyway. So that's just me being a little tree-hugging person, you know. So I'm sure it's going to work out fine. And with the FX4, that's plenty of filtration on there because the Green Terror and the Oscars are going to get big. So, yeah, you're doing a good thing. Good job. We got to get to some that are not super chats too, because I mean, I don't want to.
I always worry though because they disappear on my phone, so that's why.
Very true.
That. But all right, so.
I had a list. I had a list of things that I wanted to talk about today, and it's in the cloud, which I can't access because I either have to get to it from my phone, which obviously I can't do, or I have to get to it on my computer, which again, I cannot do. So
yeah.
It's unfortunate, but I think I was going to talk about the thing that happened this week, which was very good for us. But I'm not going to do that now because it's, you know, it's an informal thing and all of this. Okay, so now you're going to be wondering what I'm talking about. We got 2 videos sponsored as of this week, which is very, very cool for us. Again, like we were talking about before, we don't have a business attached to this. So when a company comes along, it's not a fish company, when they come along and they say, hey, we want to sponsor a video of yours, it's like, well, got to kind of take what we can get. You know what I mean? I mean, in these days, every dollar that comes in is something that's very important. So, and it just so happens one of these companies is a company that I'm already using, which is very, very good. And then the other was one that I was wanting to use. So it's perfect. And you're going to see those come along in the way of the very quick little mentions of them in future videos. Probably within the next couple of weeks, it'll be, now let's take a second to talk about our video sponsor, that kind of thing. It's not going to be like dedicated videos for those or anything like that. But that's kind of a big step for us because, you know, it's a big move in the right direction, I guess you could say. So
Right.
I'm not going to tell you be looking forward to that because who looks forward to that? But, you know, I'm very, very happy that this has happened. And there's another thing pertaining to money that I wanted to bring up. This is something that you could be, well, there's super chats there. I wanted to address this because there's been quite a few people that have commented about it. I'd say 5 or 6 people in the last week have commented about our live stream replays having a lot of ads on them.
Right.
And I've seen it a couple of times in the past, and I was like, I don't know what these people are talking about. We don't control that. YouTube does. So, you know, it is what it is. But I went and looked at it this week for our stream from last week, and there were ads running like every 3 minutes. And I promise you folks, I was appalled by this. Because who wants to watch that? Nobody wants to watch an ad every minute and have to skip it and all this. Plus, a lot of people are listening to the stream and not watching it. So every 3 minutes, you've got a new ad pop up. I'd like to take the opportunity to apologize to anyone who watched that. That was not done by us. Basically, YouTube asked, do we want mid-roll ads since your video or since the streams are so long? I said, sure. I didn't realize they were going to put one every 3 minutes. So I've actually gone in and manually removed all of those. I don't even know if you knew I did that.
You talked about it to
Yeah,
me.
I went through and removed them, and they're gone now. So if you are someone who usually watches our streams on replay because you can't join us live for whatever reason, I'm sorry you had to sit through that, and you're not going to have to sit through that anymore.
Right.
I've disabled that, and also the ones, at least for the last few weeks, I've gone back and removed all of those. So I'm glad I thought of that because that's something that actually bothered me. When a comment comes through like that, it doesn't really bother me. I mean, we've done sponsored videos for API and other companies, and people will comment on there, oh, money grab, blah, blah, blah. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me. But with this, it also didn't bother me, but it made me look at it and I was like, oh, no, 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 no. We can't have this. So that problem is fixed. Nothing more needs to be said about it. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, we've got more super chats I want to make sure that we do address because, again, I'll lose them on my phone. I'm not going to say this every single time.
Yeah, stop saying that, Lisa Marie.
Sly Dog Gaming. What is an Australian $7.99. Watching all the way from Victoria, Australia. Love what you guys do. Keep it up. Well, thank you.
Remind me when you're done with this to mention a fish keeper in Australia. It's kind of important. Go ahead.
Well, can you remind him? Because I might forget. I do that.
Somebody has to remind me to talk about Dr. Blackie. Dr. Black?
Dr. Black. Yeah.
Somebody needs to remind me to talk about him. I'm going to talk about him in a minute.
Uh-oh. Mattman B with the $10 super chat. Finally made it to a live stream in 3 weeks. The first week I was at a bonfire. The second week I was stuck on the phone. And the third I was working on my car. So I'm happy to be here. Well, we're happy to have you. Thank you very much.
Being on the phone is no excuse. There's no telephone call more important than being here with us. Okay? That's unacceptable. Do not do that again.
And we have a new member, Cat's Aquatic Life. Thank you for joining.
Oh my good Lord.
Stella Ordery just gave us $2. Thank you so much. I Love KG gave us a $1.99 super chat. Can we please do the hit that everyone dislike? No, let's not do that today.
See, that proves right there that I know you. Whoever you are, this I Love KG person, proves I know you. I only had that conversation with a few people, or maybe I've actually said it on a live stream before. I don't know. I said I've thought about it would be fun to do see how many dislikes we can get.
You said it to Bob.
Bob?
But I Love KG was on. They super chatted when I was on Bob's stream.
I wouldn't put it I wouldn't put it past Bob to figure out how to do that.
Joshua Pope with the $20 super chat. I love you guys. I've watched every video you guys have made. Thank you for everything. Well, thank you. I mean, when you say you've watched them all, I'm
don't make us quiz you.
Too.
Don't make us quiz you to find out if you're telling the truth.
Gosh, so many people. We're so far behind. Deep fried apple pie in my eye. I love that. $1.99 super chat. Take my $2 because that's all I got. Thank you.
And you sent it to us?
You should have saved it. But thank you. New member, 603 Stackin.
Cool. Welcome to the team.
Welcome. RXT Shadow sent us a 99-cent super chat. Thank you so much.
This is out of control. We're just not going to get anything done here tonight. Jason Webb with the $5. By watching you, I got 4 tanks going, 160 gallon to 75, a 30, and a 40.
Nice.
That is our favorite thing to hear. That's an amazing thing.
Awesome.
Ricky Angela, welcome to the team, my friend. Lefty,
welcome.
Project Pasilia, and hashtag community.
I got to do that.
I don't know what that is.
No, it's for guppies. If you go on Instagram, you can share a picture of a guppy and then you do the hashtag that he sent. So, yeah.
Okay. All right, we need to find a question that's not from somebody who paid to ask a question. And while you look for it, I'm going to address Dr. Black, okay? Because he's not watching this right now. I'm getting ready to talk about this guy. I thought about him earlier this week. He's in Australia, so the odds of him watching right now are pretty slim. I thought about him and I got very, very sad. And I'm going to tell you why. If you remember, months and months back, he did he and his wife, girlfriend, fiance, I don't know, I'm not sure, I don't know the guy, so they did a fundraiser to get him to that show in Australia, whatever that show was. I donated to that because he's a good dude, and I just donated to it. I was in a good mood that day.
He's here. Dr. Black, did I hear my name?
So I donated to it, and I was happy to do it, to help him to get to his event. And he emailed me privately several days later or a couple days later, whatever it was, I don't know. And as a way of thanking me, he offered to send me some stuff. And I said, no, don't worry about it. And it was actually like some artwork that I guess his girlfriend does, wife does. I don't know. I'm sorry, Dr. Black. I don't know you well enough to speak fluently about your life. So I don't know. But everybody calls her my wife. We're not married. So anyway, I'm not bragging about that. I wish I was. But, you know, life is the way it is.
Move on.
So he said, you know, he wanted to send me some of this stuff. And I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about spending money to send me stuff. Just go to the event, have a good time, enjoy yourself. And he messaged back, you know, okay, gotcha, I understand. And that was that. And there's been no communication whatsoever ever since then. But every once in a while I think about it and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna break the rules here. I'm like, I'm an asshole. Like, if I was him, I would feel like that John in the United States is an asshole. How dare he be so arrogant to say, no, I don't need your stuff. Don't worry about all that. And that's not what I meant by it. It was more like saying, hey, use the money, go to the event, have a good time. You don't have to worry about sending me anything. I wasn't expecting you to send me anything. I was donating to it just like anybody else would. Don't worry about it. And I'm sure he's not offended by it, but it bothers me. And I was thinking about it the other day, and it just made me really sad. I was like, oh man, I made myself look like a total jerk, and I did not mean to. And so hopefully you have not taken it that way. I absolutely didn't. Still sent me stuff. Nuh-uh. It didn't come here.
Uh-oh.
What did we get?
I don't know.
Did you send, who'd you get my address from? If you sent stuff, I don't remember. Scott has it. Oh, okay. Well, then tell him to send it to me. What's wrong with him? You see, now I'm going to have to talk about Scott. No, I'm just kidding. I felt bad about that the other day when I was thinking about it. I know it doesn't have anything to do with fish and all that kind of stuff, but it has to do with another YouTuber and a guy that I don't want to think I'm some kind of an arrogant jerk. That's all I wanted to say about it. So go ahead.
Oh. Well, now...
Now that I've made this weird.
Well, now I have super chats I have to do again.
Okay.
Because you took so long. So, $5 super chat from Pixelated Mass. Just $5 with a cute little...
It's a kitty.
Is that a kitty? Oh, that's so cute.
Is it Mass or Moss? Moss?
Moss?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've always said Mass. But I guess you're right. It probably is Moss. Multi-Tank Addiction with the $2 super chat. Hit that thumbs up, please. John and Lisa are the best. Well,
no, we're not.
Thank you, Chris. That's sweet. Natalie O'Malley with the $5 super chat. Just wanted to let you all know I have 50 Harlequins, nice, in my 60-gallon now, and they are schooling beautifully. Thanks for making me a fan. I bet that's a beautiful...
I love Harlequins.
Beautiful tank. Is it planted too? Because that would be awesome.
Some people call them Harlequin. I call them Harlequin. We say beta. Others say beta.
Oh.
Who knows how you actually say it?
Dr. Black said he was supposed to give it to you at the Big Fish deal.
That makes total sense. And that would have been so special because, yeah. And you know what? So it's not you, Dr. Black. It's Scott. I'm
We're
mad
just
at
going to
Scott
blame
now.
Scott.
I'm going to have to send him a message and I'm going to say, hey, you turkey. No, that's very nice of you. Thank you for that. And someday we'll see Scott and we'll get it. You know, it is what it is.
Nathan Fonner with a $5 super chat. I have 5 pregnant ghost shrimp and people have been telling me I need salt water to hatch the eggs. Is this false? At Crystal Phillips. So are you directing the question at Crystal Phillips?
That's an interesting, but you know what? What it sounds like to me, and I don't know anything about ghost shrimp, but I would imagine they breed just like any other shrimp, like cherry shrimp and all of those. No, you don't need salt water. It sounds like somebody's confusing those with brine shrimp.
Oh.
Because if you're going to hatch brine shrimp, you have to do that. So maybe people are thinking, well, you got to do it the same way you do brine shrimp. Maybe that's what they're confusing it with. But no, I mean, I've never known that to be true, but that doesn't mean it's not. I've never known that to be the case, that you need salt water to breed freshwater shrimp.
I just do what I can to try to keep the shrimp alive.
I mean, brine
I'm not a
shrimp
shrimp
come
person.
from salt water. The San Francisco Bay brine shrimp come from salt water, and their eggs would be from salt water. So you have to hatch them in salt water.
Right.
But
Makes sense.
regular shrimp, not regular shrimp, but freshwater shrimp, I don't know that that's, I mean, yeah, somebody said maybe brackish water. Sure, maybe brackish water, but I've never even known that ghost shrimp need to be in brackish water. So I don't know. We're definitely not fish experts.
I just lost my...
We're not fish experts either. We're definitely not shrimp experts is what I meant.
Okay, I found it. Okay. Brown Ninja asks, first stream because it's 2 in the morning where I am. Can you keep silver and Asian arowana together?
You know, I've never been asked that question before, and I've been an arowana guy my entire life. I've never been in a place where that could be done because we can't keep Asian arowanas. We're not allowed because our government is dumb. I just said that on YouTube, and now I'm going to get anyway. It's a dumb thing that they can't come to an agreement with whoever is breeding the Asian arowanas. So we can't have them. Therefore, we've never really studied up on them. I would imagine that they could, but I don't go trying that because I said so. Because Asian arowanas are super expensive.
We'll find out after this because we'll get comments after the stream. Are you kidding me? You can't do that.
I paid $2,500 for this gold arowana, and he's dead now because of an $18 silver arowana. Yeah, that would be something.
Okay, Brady Bunch +1 with the $4.99 super chat. My wife and I are 5 months into the hobby, and as new fish keepers, your videos have been extremely helpful. Thank you, and love the live streams. Thank you very much. That's awesome.
We got a comment the other day from somebody, and I don't remember what the comment was, but it was something along the lines of, you're talking to us like we're new fish keepers.
Oh.
And I don't respond to all comments. I respond to as many as I can, but I responded to him, thank you. Because that's exactly what we're trying to do. I feel like we are always going to be beginners, and so we're trying to help beginners.
Right.
And so that's, you know, I said something to him along the lines of, thank you for noticing that we were talking like you were a beginner, because that's been our goal all along. The whole Keep Fish Keepers fish keeping thing is a real thing for us. And you're going to see videos about that very, very soon. We recorded 3 of them today. So yeah, that's coming.
Okay, so just a regular question. Fish Dreams says, Lisa, your videos are making me want a kitty so bad. And I know you're talking about my personal channel, but I wanted to say something. It's not about fish. I promise I won't go past a minute on this subject, so don't just...
She's not me.
Don't just like click off because I'm all of a sudden talking about cats, but tomorrow is Mama Cat and Reno's Gotcha Day. It'll be 1 year since I rescued them, and it's such an important day because it was a year ago. And Mama Cat and her 5 kittens, I believe, would have died if I didn't rescue them. They were in a very bad place at the time, close to a road, and Mama Cat was going through a bad situation with her eye. it was damaged. It had to be taken out, and she had to be spayed. She had a messed up hand or paw, and she was trying to take care of these 5 kittens on her own. It was
Single
like
mother.
90 degrees out. She could barely breathe. It was horrible. And I scooped her up and the kittens, and I took them to the vet, and I got them looked at. And anyways, with some people's help that are probably in this chat right now, people helped me. They donated money to get her surgery because it ended up, everything ended up being over $1,000. But she's good now. She's awesome. And those 4 kittens, they found a home, and we kept Reno. And everybody is doing absolutely wonderful. And I just wanted to say, for Mama Cat and Reno's Gotcha Day, I think it would be awesome that, I wanted to express, how important it is to donate to your local shelters, or volunteer, or foster out cats and dogs. So, like I said, I didn't want to go into that like really deep, but if you can help an animal out, go ahead and do it. There's a lot of people out there doing that now, and there's a lot of organizations, rescues, and shelters that would love to have people, any of you, all of you, to come and support them. So just thought I'd say that.
That's very special. Gotcha Day. I'd never heard of a Gotcha
Happy
Day.
Gotcha Day. I'm so excited.
She brought that
Tomorrow
up.
will be there 1 year.
Handyman Gold said, I find on Facebook groups I'm on that people over clean their fish tanks, not understanding why they have growth and what purpose the growth is serving. Yeah, and that's why you've seen us talk about the cycling process so much. There's a YouTube troll out there that's made videos about every YouTuber. Every YouTuber he's made except himself. And the criticism that he gave to us was, we don't know anything, and all we do is talk about the cycle.
Oh.
But the thing is,
A few other things.
well, yeah, he's called, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's one of the main criticisms that he gave of us, along with calling us a bunch of names and all this other stuff. Who cares? But that's the number one thing that people in this hobby need to understand. And I believe it's the number one most misunderstood thing in this hobby, even though all of us, 550 people in here right now, we all understand, most likely. We understand what the nitrogen cycle is and what it's all about. And it's all common for us, but for new fish keepers, it's not. And it's probably the most overwhelming thing, intimidating thing in the hobby, which is why you see us talk about it so much. And the Facebook group things, I need to do this real quick. It's just going to take a second, I promise. There's our group is kind of for that new fish keeper, because that's what we've always done. And I have gotten comments from people, not comments, but private messages from people that say, I'm being harassed in the group, in the Tank Talk group. I got one very recently. I'm not going to say any names or anything like that.
I saw one in a comment.
But the thing is, this is the reason why I left social media. I mean, I very rarely go on, even though it's my group. We've got like 17,000 members in there, and it's unfortunate that I don't go on there more than I do. But that's one of the reasons why, because I saw that and I said, oh, I can't have that. So I went on the post that this person was talking about, and I saw what was happening, and there was absolutely no harassment whatsoever. And I'm not trying to defend the people of my group just because they're part of my group. I'm defending it because there wasn't any harassment. But what happened was, you have a person posted and got a response back that wasn't, like flowers and peaches and rainbows. It was like, hey, there's a situation going on here and something that you might want to address. And people don't like to hear that kind of thing. And so they start saying things like I was harassed and I'm being bullied and all this kind of stuff. It's why I got out of it. Because if I was to say something back to that person, hey, I really don't think that there was harassment. I think that what was said to you is true. And though it might have seemed a little bit harsh, it's kind of the real deal, then I would have been labeled as somebody who defends bullies, and now I'm a bully myself and all of that. I don't have time for all that nonsense, so I just let it go, and I don't say anything. But, you know, if you're new to fish keeping and you go on any of these groups, whether it's Aquarium Group Support or the Tank Talk group or Steamfod Aquatics group, it doesn't matter whose it is, you might not always hear what you want to hear. Don't be overly sensitive. These are people trying to help you. Yeah, there are jerks on the interwebs. There's a lot of them out there, but not everybody is. Take the time, consider what it is that they're saying, and are you taking it the wrong way? Are you taking it as harsh when it's actually somebody that's just giving you advice?
Okay.
Anyway, rant over.
Okay, so I'm really behind on super chats now.
Sorry.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna go way back. Pixelated Maz sent a $2 super chat.
Make sure to clarify the pronunciation of the word.
Her name is, or is it he? I don't know. But okay, so your name is Pixelated Maz. Ha. Okay. And you don't have to send another super chat saying whether you're a man or a woman. I'm so sorry.
I feel terrible that we've become these people that the only way you get your channel or you get your question answered is if there's a super chat. We don't want it to be that way. It's just that there's so many people that are so generous in giving us their money. There's no way we're not going to thank them. And then, you know, that ends up being the only people that we end up talking to.
Nathan Fauner with the $2 super chat. She asked the question.
Who? What?
Is that me? Am I she?
I see where you did. I see what you did there.
Okay.
That's funny.
Gosh, all these questions I feel so bad about. New member, Jubal Ritchie. Thank you. Thank you for
welcome
coming.
to the team.
Thank you for joining. Oh boy, we are so behind. Did I skip? I don't know.
Welcome to my world, Lisa Marie.
How do I have to do that? Oh my gosh, I did skip a lot.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Please stay tuned while we...
Okay. I'm so sorry. I know where I'm at. Okay. Basic Aquatics with the 79-cent super chat. Thank you so much.
Don't know what that little symbol is. That might be $842, but we don't...
Kaylor's Aquatics with the $9.99 super chat. Lisa, I don't want to say my own thing.
Lisa is an unsung rescue hero, and many thanks for all you do. I understand. Here's a bit to help and celebrate their good lives. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. You, Bob, you do a lot. You do a lot for the animals. I know this. I know.
The unfortunate thing is with me being down in the basement all the time, I don't get out there as much, nearly enough as I would like to just spend time with the cats, and it makes me feel really bad.
But now he's spending time with Honey all the time. It's hilarious. The other rescue.
Chad Krotz came through with the Reno with the $10.
Thank you, Chad.
What was I going to say? I was going to say something, and I don't remember what it was. And now that's really going to bother me. Oh, I do remember what it is now. And see, this is something that kind of bothers me. And it has to do with fish. I sent out a message the other day to a company because this one, I'm not allowed to call you she or her. Can I call you this one?
Sure.
This one had another idea. She said, anyway, every time I say she, it messes me up. She said the other day, you know what? Why don't we just bring somebody in? She doesn't do this when she's talking. I know that's...
I don't do that.
She said, why don't we hire a company to come out here and move those tanks?
Yeah, I mean, why bother trying to get everybody together and...
At first I was like, how dare you?
Especially in this world right now.
How dare you suggest that we hire a company to come out here and do that? But it was a great idea. And I actually reached out to a company because I reached out to a guy who knows a guy who has talked to another guy about this one time. And I said, who should I call? And he said, call this company right here. Did that, and guess what? No response.
That's terrible.
And you know what? I'm not going to be mad about it because I wouldn't want to do that job either. But the thing that has me concerned the most about it is that, you know, I sent it from my email address, kgtropicals@gmail.com. If it just so happens that these people that I emailed know who we are? I mean, it's not far-fetched to think that it's possible. They might not be fans, but they may have heard of us before.
You probably made them mad somehow.
My fear, well, there could be that somehow I've made them mad, or they didn't respond because they knew I was going to be like, I want a discount because I'm a big-time YouTuber and all that. I'm not looking for that. It's like, hey.
We want to pay people.
Yeah.
We want to give money away to move these tanks.
If you are capable of doing this and you're capable of carrying this 700-pound glass box down some stairs into my basement, I'm going to pay you whatever as long as we can do it. But,
Right, yeah.
you know, as long as it's not outrageous, I'm going to pay full price for it. I'm not looking for a discount. So I hope that's not why they did not answer, but it's very possible. And why do we have stupid people that say the same letter over and over again? Why do people do that? I just saw it while I was talking because I don't have a choice but to see the chat scrolling through over my face on the phone. Anyway.
Okay, so multi-tank addiction with a $2 super chat. Monitor shrimp need brackish water to breed. I didn't know that.
But that's still not salt water.
True, that's not salt.
0.0124 or whatever that is. Still not the same.
But yeah, I mean, it's more. I learned something. Taco cat. Oh, that's cool because I like tacos and I like cats. With a $5 super chat. Thank you.
And the cute dancing kitty.
I love that. Well, I am so behind. Whitney Rayleigh. Is it Rayleigh? Whitney Rayleigh.
Really, Rally?
$2.99 super chat. Thank you for teaching me how to cycle a tank. You're welcome.
That's beautiful.
And it was him. I love KG with a $1.99 super chat. Lisa, my kittens have fleas. What do I do?
Get rid of them. Just send them back to the store.
Give them a bath. And then, well, the kittens, they're kittens.
Giving a cat a bath is always an adventure.
If they're really little kittens, you can't put flea stuff on them, but give them a bath. Like use the soapy water like Dawn, that kills fleas, and then comb them out. Yeah,
it's that easy.
I've had to do it before. I mean, you got to be careful. Watch their eyes and stuff. You don't want to get soap in their eyes. Unfiltered Aquarius with a $10 super chat. Have a good night, everyone. Oh, I wonder. Well, I'm sorry. That was probably around 9:39, 3 minutes ago. Thank you very much, and you have a good night too. Matthew Vander Quay, $2 super chat for the great thumbnail. Everyone likes that thumbnail.
Yeah, let me tell you something about the thumbnail. First of all, that's going to be a thumbnail that's going to get us like a 30% click-through rate. But anyway, and that would be a good thing if it did. But the thumbnail that I originally had for this stream was intended, and the name of this stream was totally in response to the name of Corey's stream. I don't know if anybody realized that, because the name of his stream was Who Wants to Talk About Fish? So I named our stream, I Want to Talk About Fish.
Oh.
And I put the thumbnail was a bald emoji waving like me. And then I couldn't use it because we had to do it on the phone. So that's what, and I actually, I'm going to tell you what I did. I tried to get that photo from my computer to my phone, but I couldn't do it because the internet's down. And so I took a picture of my desktop that has the photo on it, and I cropped it, and I was going to use that again for this one. But when you're streaming on your phone, it won't let you. It just says, smile and take a photo for the thumbnail. So that's why I was like, oh, took the one that I have here. So that'll end up being our best thumbnail we've ever had. Watch.
Funny. Handyman Gold with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you for diligently leading folks into the hobby. Go fish.
Nice.
That's cute. Go fish. Like the game. That's awesome. Are we caught up yet?
It looks like we are. Wow. How about that? So
Let's
find some that people did not pay us money. Not that we don't appreciate the money. I mean, come on. But
let's see. Well, here. You go back a little bit. It's fine.
I see a lot of people talking to themselves. Somebody has the name Oodles and Noodles. I like that.
That's awesome.
Oh, and see, it skips all over the place. It does the same thing on here that it does on desktop. Google's like the biggest company in the world. Why can't they make that better? I don't understand that part.
Oh, Fitbit just said it's almost time for me to go to bed.
She's got to go to bed, folks.
Yeah, Fitbit said.
Okay. Yeah. This is fun to watch, isn't it? It's really fun. It's very entertaining. And it's hard to pick one because, Rob93 said John, and he laughed. And so that's that. That's good.
Wow.
Greetings from El Salvador. Isn't there a V in there? You guys are my inspiration. I really like your videos. Your advice are helping so much. Thank you for everything that you did for us. Now, see, that's the problem. It looks like when I pick a question, it's got to be something that's just saying really nice things about us. I promise I didn't do that on purpose.
Well, it's a lot of people talking amongst each other, so.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for the kind words. It is much appreciated. I tell you what we're going to do, folks. We're going to go all the way to the end. We're going to go all the way to the end.
We missed something.
Because I don't want to skip anybody.
There.
Laura Barron, fish that munch on BBA. I don't know that there's any that exist, which is why it is one of the most difficult things to get rid of. Blackbeard algae. Blackbeard algae is pretty much the devil in the fish keeping hobby. And I don't know any fish that eat it. I'm not saying that there aren't any, but I don't know of any that do. And Rob actually responded there. You talking about getting rid of the cats? Oh, no. See, I mean, that was a joke because I know that's not going to happen. Every time there's a cat that comes in that we're trying to find a home for, it ends up being our cat. And there's nothing I can do about that. Thanks, Rob.
I saw one yesterday when me and Kinsey were going for a walk. It was sitting in the ditch. And I looked down and I said, oh, look, it's a cat. And it looked up at me. And then it ran into the drainage thing, and Kenzie was like, good thing that happened, because she knew I was going to be like, come here, come on with me.
Should I get a 100 watt or 150 watt heater for the 32.5 gallon tank I'm getting soon? We'll do the math. 150. Get the 150 watt. Bigger is always going to have to work less too, so remember that. And the difference in cost between 100 and 150 watt is not outrageous. Good grief. So yeah, should go bigger. Bigger is always better, right? That's what she said. Question, please. I hate when people put that in all caps. The wife and I have had two 25 gallon aquariums for several months now. Everything looks fine, but all of a sudden.
Sorry, my chat skipped.
Where'd it go?
Where was it?
It's after that because there's Rob's
algae.
smiley face.
I don't know. What?
Yeah, it totally disappeared. The question that we were just reading vanished. And I'm not kidding you. It's gone. It disappeared.
Where did it's gone?
I don't know. Siamese algae eaters and a mono shrimp will eat blackbeard algae.
Oh.
There you go. Good to know.
Thank you.
See, this is why this is a beautiful community. Somebody pays money to answer a question that I didn't know the answer to. I love that. Oh, how long should I quarantine fish? David LL Cool J with the $2. You should quarantine them until you can't stand it anymore. That's what I would say. It's not...
I usually do about 6 to 8 weeks, but some people do it longer. Depending on what tank you want to put the fish into. If it's your favorite fish in the whole wide world, you've had them for a long, long time, and you're getting ready to put new fish in that tank, I would quarantine for the longest possible time. I mean, I would do it for a couple months, 3 months, however long you think you need to, because if you put a fish in there and it wasn't long enough, it's going to kill your fish. It's happened to me.
You don't say it's gonna kill your fish. It could.
It could.
There could be something going on there. Yes, it has happened. It's happened to all of us. I will give the counter to that argument, though. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm simply adding to what you said. If you're buying this from a retailer that you trust, maybe it's somebody that you know where their fish come from. You know that you're buying these angels from a guy that breeds them or whatever, and you know the situation, you know what's going on, and you trust that those are coming from a good place. You don't have to quarantine those for 6 to 8 weeks. But the longer you can do it is never a bad thing. Nothing bad ever comes from quarantining them for a longer period of time. But
We could give another example too. So let's say it's a brand new tank. It just got cycled. You got 2 different kinds of fish. They came from 2 different tanks at PetSmart. Well, let me tell you a secret. If you didn't already know, all those tanks are run on the exact same system. So you can quarantine them together.
Yep.
As long as you're getting them at the same time. I'm not saying you get one week at PetSmart and then 3 weeks later you go get another one. Things can happen in the meantime, but if it's that exact same day, I would just quarantine them together.
And when you watch some of our videos that we've done where we have received fish that we've put into tanks that don't have any fish in there, and you see people commenting in the comment section, aren't you going to quarantine those fish?
But why?
No, I'm not going to quarantine fish that I'm putting into a tank by themselves.
Right, exactly.
They are in quarantine.
That is their quarantine forever.
Yeah, so don't let that confuse you when you see that on our videos. That comment, and I'm not kidding you, folks.
We get that a lot.
The African cichlid video that you did, the fish that we got that are in the 240 now, I swear to you, go look at that video. The thumbnail is her looking in the box going, and I promise you 25 people have asked in the comment section of that video why we didn't quarantine those fish. They are in quarantine. They're in a tank by themselves, you nut.
Wow. Okay, you want to do that super chat?
Sure. Gilbert Sanchez, I schedule my tank maintenance and scaping around yours and Corey's podcasts, but my girlfriend has me spending time with her parents' quarantine education. Oh, man.
Oh.
That's some brutal stuff. But, yeah.
Hopefully, this quarantine stuff is over soon,
I sure hope so, because I'm kind of getting tired of it. I'm kind of getting tired of going to work. I'm working 3 days a week now, and her telling me every single day, don't forget to stop at the store and see if you can get toilet paper.
Yeah, we have no toilet paper in King George. It's insane. Gosh.
Katie Macaulay, thank you, Miss Culkin. Can you please do a guppy breeding series? I'm going to tell you everything you need to know.
Oh, put them in water.
For breeding guppies. Put them in your aquarium and watch them grow. They're like chia pets. You put them in the water, as long as you have males and females together, keep the water clean, keep them well fed, you're going to have babies.
Yeah, the babies they start popping out.
They're going to happen. Though this is why there are no series on YouTube about breeding guppies, because it doesn't need to be a series, because it's a 3-minute video. Put them in the water and watch the fun happen. That's all it is.
Let them have some hiding spots, because some of the parents will eat them, but...
Yeah, and that's a good point. Have somewhere for the fry to go, whether it be a spawning mop or guppy grass or, thick grasses on the bottom or something like that. But if all you have in there is guppies, and you have, a dozen guppies in there, there's going to be some babies that survive, even if you don't have hiding spaces. Ours went from like 12 to 75 in 3 months.
It was insane.
And there's not really, there's like plants and rocks and stuff in the tank, but no like real dedicated hiding spots. So it's not really necessary. Brandon Newhouse.
Brandon Newhouse.
I'm sorry. See, his name is Braden, and so it got me a little confused there. Would you consider doing a video on proper ethical culling? Most YouTube pages mention it, but change subjects. As breeders, it's our responsibility to make sure we are selling good quality fish into the hobby. I don't disagree with that. I'm not going to do a video on it only because it's not something that I practice right now, because we're not breeders. We breed guppies, but who has guppies and doesn't breed them? But I don't think that there's anything unethical about doing that. It's very regular in the shrimp community. You hear about culling this and culling that. There's why I don't breed shrimp, because I couldn't do it. But, if you're a breeder, I think that probably the easiest way to do it is to feed them to the bigger fish. We did that with ones that had like major deformities, but anyway, I feel like
I actually kept them. And we just didn't sell them.
That's if they're minor. We had the ones that were like circle fish that they weren't going to live 2 weeks anyway. That's what I'm talking about.
Well,
Something
I'm talking
where
about
it's got
Tyrion. We kept
Well,
like
yeah,
the Tyrian fish.
Yeah, but I'm talking about fish that were not gonna survive. But now, as far as people who cull because they don't like particular color variations and stuff like that, I'm not going to get into that argument because I don't really subscribe to that. I don't look down on it, but it's not something that I did or would do. So it's not something I could speak fluently on, I guess is what I'm saying. But it would be like if I was to make a video right now portraying myself as an expert in saltwater. Nobody's going to buy that because everybody knows I don't know anything about saltwater. Making a video about that would be something similar because it's not something I'm fluent in, because it's not something that we really practiced when we were breeding, and we're not breeding anything now. So, well, your discus, but.
Yeah, just discus. Okay. Mud Trucker with the $1 super chat. Thank you.
I think I know what that name is supposed to sound like there. That's pretty clever. I think it would have been better if it was M.A. Trucker. Mud Trucker? I think that would have sounded better. Another one.
Mud Trucker with another $1 super chat.
That's Bob, isn't it? Is that Bob's new channel?
Okay, go ahead.
Kayla Hajin. Kayla, thank you for the $5. My husband wants to stock our new 55-gallon. Includes an electric blue Acara and firemouth cichlid. Local fish store says we can raise them together. Thoughts? The blue Acaras are the most non-aggressive, at least in my experience. But I don't know that firemouths are over the top aggressive either. So I don't think you should have too many huge problems. The blue Acaras are certainly, that's a lifelong tank for a blue Acara because they get maybe, like 7 inches? What was the other one? Firemouths? They can get a lot bigger, but I think you'd probably be fine with them. What was the debate there? Was there like a question about that?
Just thoughts.
Can we raise them together? Sure, why not? Yeah, they'll be fine. I'm sorry, I messed up your space there.
Fake name said was just cleaning tanks while listening and noticed my heater died in my tank. Lucky I have a spare heater. That's a good thing. We did a video on that.
The only thing that would make that comment better would be if you said, I had a spare heater because I saw you talk about it in your videos.
Right. There's Mud Trucker again.
Have you had a problem with fish glass surfing? What?
Huh? Hi from Montana.
Oh, are we talking about the fish going up and down on the glass? Is that what we're talking about?
I've seen that before.
Yeah, I mean, usually that means the fish wants to get out. There's a problem and they don't want to be in there. If that's what you're talking about. But I've never heard that called glass surfing. I think that's pretty cute if that's what it is. But I don't know. Hey, John, what are your thoughts on what happened to John Diggle at the end? How excited were you?
From Yaming Yen with the $10 super chat.
Who's John Diggle?
John Diggle. Why does it sound familiar?
It does sound familiar. Do not send us more money to answer this. But tell me who John Diggle is, because I don't know.
Gosh, that sounds so familiar.
Yeah, it really bothers me because I feel like I need to know who that is.
Heard that name recently.
One thing that I did want to, you find one, I did want to mention, coming up after us, it's been catastrophic here tonight. I'm sorry, character from Arrow. Oh, okay. See, that's why I knew.
Yeah.
Now, see, here's the thing. When it comes to John Diggle, I don't know what happened to him at the end.
I thought it was Dougal.
No, it's Diggle.
Oh.
Because I stopped watching Arrow in season 4. It's not because I dislike the show. It's just one of those things that I lost touch on. So I cannot answer that question.
This is the last season coming up too.
It's one of those that I will start up again in season 4. I actually really liked Arrow a lot. I like The Flash a lot. Supergirl, and Legends of Tomorrow and Batwoman, no, not really into those. But
I
yeah.
like the 100.
Well, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
It's a CW show.
I like Arrow and I like The Flash. I will watch those again. And I'm glad you cleared that up because the name was going to drive me crazy. I always thought they were going to try to make him into a Green Lantern. And maybe that's what happened. And that's what you're asking me about, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Simo Cichlids B-roll. Simo Cichlids B-roll. I like that name. With the $1. Just here's my money. That's all. There is. I want to. Yeah, we are in Lisa's office, Priscilla, and thank you for the.
And look, Priscilla's artwork.
Yep, there it is.
There it is.
There is a new show, and I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to say in it. I want her to watch it, but she won't.
What?
And I don't know if I'm going to get to watch it tonight because our internet's down.
What?
It's a show on Apple TV, and it's called.
Well, I can't watch it. I have a Samsung.
It's called Defending Jacob. It has Bubba Bill from It in it, and it has Chris Evans, Captain America, in it. Watched the first episode last night, and that show looks absolutely amazing. I'm really excited about it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be watching now. I don't really have any series. Started rewatching Haunting of Hill House, one of my favorite shows that's ever been made. She didn't like it because she's weird. So
I'm in the middle of watching Chicago Fire. I'm on season 5, and I love it so much. Hey John, can I keep a Giardini with a Jaguar?
Giardinis are really mean, and Jaguars can be really mean too. However, Jaguars with silver Arowanas, absolutely. We've done it. We've done it many times. In fact, there's going to be a video coming out talking about
Yes.
that very soon.
I remember.
Giardinis, all I ever hear is how aggressive they are. I've actually had one back before you. I had a Giardini. I liked that fish a lot, but I couldn't keep anything with it. It was basically the Giardini and nothing else, which is not bad. I mean, it's a cool looking fish. It looks like an Asian Arowana, but I didn't even bother trying to put anything in there with them. But a Jaguar can hold their own. And when we had a Jaguar with our silver Arowana, the Jaguar kind of hid all the time. It just stayed like behind rocks and stuff. And it was kind of a drag because you never really saw them. And it's not like our Arowanas were like overly aggressive, but that is what it is. What?
Aiden Kelly, KGTropicals, how are the Oscars doing?
They are huge. They are getting huge. And if that company called me back, which I didn't call them, I emailed them. If they were to message me back and say, heck yeah, we'll come out there, we'll bring our strongest guys, and we'll bring our equipment, and you can pay us this much money, and we'll move your tanks, then you'd be able to see them in the background of my live streams. Well, not this one, but the streams moving forward. But they haven't called me back. I guess I got to call another company. Anyway.
Rack was asking, where are you guys? Rack?
You've been in this room, Rack.
You have been in this room. We're in my office, which used to be John's office. But behind us, that's where the goldfish tank was when it was John's office. It was just a goldfish tank.
The spot that I'm sitting in is actually the spot that you sat in for hours that day.
Yeah.
So that's where we are. Our internet's down, so we're doing this on our phone, in case you're wondering.
I don't know.
Heath, I'm going to say Weitzel, I think is how you're going to pronounce that. You have any suggestions on buying fish from online fish stores? There's this beautiful thing that's called YouTube. And what I would suggest, any company that you're considering ordering from, whether it's Bob Steenfot, Dan's Fish, Live Fish Direct, give me some other ones, Predatory Fins, whatever ones, it doesn't matter who it is. Go on YouTube, type in the name of that company, followed up with unboxing. I don't like unboxing videos. I think they're kind of boring, to be honest. But I love unboxing videos of fish. So I should have clarified that. I like watching videos of unboxing fish if I'm interested in ordering fish. Mm-hmm. I don't like watching people unbox telephones, or they don't call them telephones anymore, cell phones and laptops and all this. All the tech channels do that. It's boring. But that's going to be your answer. Go on YouTube, watch as many of those as you can, because you're not only going to get the review of that person that got the fish, but also you're going to see how the fish are packaged. And the person's probably going to tell you, you know, I ordered these on Wednesday and they showed up on Friday. There was no problems with shipping. Shipping was expensive or shipping was reasonable or whatever it is. You're going to learn everything you need to know right there on those videos. And I'm sure whoever you're looking to buy from, there's going to be plenty of videos unboxing their fish. So
I have fish coming next week.
she does. Yep.
Yep.
She had to learn how to use PayPal.
Shut up, John. Rude, rude, rude.
She didn't know how to use PayPal.
I
Really?
didn't know.
Where are we at? We already did that.
No.
What was that, a second one? Simo Cichlids B-roll? Who wants to Simo Cichlids with another $1?
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. I suggest waiting for a while before trying to buy/order fish. Most fish stores are still waiting to be able to import fish and plants. Yeah, a lot of retailers are very, very low on stock right now. So yeah, but this would probably be a really good time to get a good deal too. If you do find somebody, if you look around enough, whether that be Aquabid or Get Gills or anywhere, the retailers who are selling fish right now, their stock is probably low, but the fish that they have, they sure would be happy to get rid of those. So this would probably be a great time to not only get fish and get a good deal, but also support people that are probably struggling right now because of our current situation. So there you go.
Priscilla asked, are you going to put a tank in that room? I have a tank in here, Priscilla. It's with
George.
King George.
George is in here.
George is in here.
Shows you don't watch our videos. Mean.
Opinion on bare bottom tanks. Funny about that.
See, it is funny, and the reason why it's funny is because, again, we talked about that in one of the videos that we recorded. I'm going to tell you what we did.
Yeah.
3 videos. One is about your first fish tank. One is about your first beta tank. And the third was about aquarium substrates. And these are basically back to basics videos, kind of like not talking to you like you're kindergartners, but giving bare bone basic information about particular topics. And one of those was substrates. And of course, in there, we talked about bare bottoms. So I have a 360-gallon bare bottom tank, which I will be putting substrate in as soon as we move it down into the basement. Not because I don't like the way it looks, but just because I feel like unless you're somebody that is particularly anal about the way you take care of your tanks, there's always going to be stuff fluttering around on the bottom of the tank. And when you've got big dumpers in the tank like I do that have these man-sized poops that fall down, it's just gnarly. And so having a nice kind of a brown gravel would kind of help to cover up some of that poopage. That's the way I look at it. So, but bare bottoms are nice. I mean, if you're anal about the way you keep them clean, they're really, really good. And they look very contemporary.
Janet Margolowski with the $2 super chat. Do you have rams? I got my first German blue ram. Rams are cute and adorable, and I did have rams, but I don't have rams anymore. I moved them down to the basement, and when I did that, I started losing one at a time, and I'm not sure why. I don't know if it was stress, if it was the water, because I moved the whole tank down there. We had to fill it back up, but the tank was cycled. They had been in quarantine for 2 months. They were doing amazing, and then I just started losing them one at a time every couple days. So like I said, everything tested fine. The tank was cycled. I just don't know why. It's one of those things I don't know why I lost the fish, unfortunately.
603 Slacken has a follow-up, says, in that 75-gallon, what are you doing?
I don't know.
I'm reading here.
I didn't
Jerk.
know. Sorry.
in that 75-gallon, instead of putting the Pleco with the Oscar and Green Terror, what catfish bottom feeder would you suggest? I'm going to tell you one that some people may have a problem with me telling you. I'm going to say the Royal Pleco. And the reason why is because they're awesome and they get like 12 or so inches. So they're not going to get out of control huge. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's about where they max out. Maybe they do get bigger and I look like a total idiot right now, but I think that they're one of the kind of mid-sized plecos. But also another idea would be a vampire pleco, which we actually have 2 of those. They get to be 10 inches, 12 inches. They're gorgeous, black and white.
Carnivores, though. They don't, like, eat algae.
Well, he didn't ask for an algae-eating fish. He just said a bottom feeder.
Okay.
Vampire plecos are awesome. I mean, a black fish with white polka dots. How do you not love that? And they max out, like, again, 10, 12 inches. So that would be perfect for a 75. And your Oscars and all of that probably won't bother them too much. The only thing with the vampires, we got 2 of them. They grow slow. So be careful of that.
Well, the one you have, the one I gave you
Triple the size of the other one.
Yeah, it's much bigger than the one I have in the 75.
And the only other thing I dislike about the vampire pleco, I've got one in my 360, but you've never seen it because as soon as I put that fish in there, he went behind that log and he's been back there ever since. He's still in there. He's still alive because occasionally, since the tank is a bare bottom tank, I'll look in and I'll see in the reflection off of the bottom of the tank, I'll see him in under the log upside down. I don't know how much he's grown because I can't see him, but he's in there and he's just been hiding the whole time. Augustin Zamora Jr. became a member. Welcome to the team. Very excited to have you. I think Rob just yelled at me saying Royal Plecos get bigger.
Oh.
I want to see that. I want to find that. Bare bottoms all day. Oh, yeah, he said it. Okay, you're way farther behind. Go ahead with that one.
Oh. Stella Ordery with the $5 super chat. 15 Ember Tetras, 5 albino Corys, and 10 Beta Girls in 30 gallon. Is that a yay or nay? What do you all think?
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. And as far as the Beta Girls go, I would say I wouldn't do 10. I would do 5. Definitely. You should, I'd cut back on that. Hey.
I did it again. Always skipping. The chat is always skipping. There's nothing we can do about that.
All right. Okay.
Well, anyway, Rob said something about Royal Plecos getting bigger. I know they get bigger than vampire plecos. I don't think they get as big as common plecos though, right? Don't they? I don't know. The biggest one I ever had was like a foot and he never grew any bigger than that. And he was amazing. And
Maybe he was a Tyrion one.
he might have been. Might have been special needs.
That's not nice. Okay. Where'd it go? We're skipping again. Okay. I love KG. $1.99 super chat. Baha ha ha ha. Bare bottoms are nice. I agree.
I think I know where you're going with that. And I would have to say, yep.
Why did I say you should have said that one?
And it's beautiful that she's the one that read that.
You should have been the one reading.
I have to agree. You and I could be very close friends.
Oh, Tina Melomed with the $1.99 super chat. How is the gout and diet? Well, I'm feeling fine. Thank you for asking.
It's better. I'm down 5 pounds, so there's that. 5 pounds in 2 weeks, so I'm happy about that. But then again, I ate a lot of pizza tonight, so. But yeah, the diet is going well. The pain is not all the way gone yet. Still limping, but it's manageable. I was able to stand for a couple hours doing the videos today. And yeah, I mean, I'd much rather be sitting, which is unfortunate, especially today. It was like 80 degrees and it was beautiful outside. I mean, we were making videos all day, so it's not like I would have been out frolicking in the nice weather, but you know, I would love to be able to go on walks, go for runs like we were doing. I'd love to be able to do that, but my foot is holding me back from that. But you know what? It'll get better.
I kick him every night while he's sleeping. He has no idea. He just wakes up feeling like crap.
She See, this is funny because that's what she thinks is happening, but it's actually me kicking her because she snores so much. That's what's actually happening.
Lies.
I have to wear earplugs, and I'm not kidding you.
He does wear earplugs.
They're purple.
Yeah.
I buy them from Walmart.
Ahmed Hussein with the $4.99 super chat. Love you guys and enjoying your videos. Stay safe. Well, it skipped again.
Isn't it frustrating?
Thank you very much for your super chat.
Yeah, thank you for that. And you stay safe too. I mean, I think that, and I'm guilty of this too, we start looking at things right now and we start thinking, you know, seems like things are getting better, but they're not. And it's very scary. I hope things are getting better. I mean, there is rumors that baseball might be starting up in July, and that's got me all fired up. But, you know, not going to be any fans at the stands, which, you know, but I'd rather have it on TV than nothing at all, so.
Yes. Double with the $1.99 super chat. Getting my first Oscar tomorrow. Love your videos. Thank you, and enjoy that Oscar.
That is almost like going and getting a dog. It's a very special thing. Oscars are amazing. You know, ever since we've started hyping up Oscars, I haven't seen a lot of people dumping on them. Maybe Bob, because Bob's Bob. But what does Bob say about Oscars? I don't think Bob likes Oscars, does he?
He said that albino Oscars are like 70s furniture.
And that's why he should stay over on the West Coast, because we'll hurt people on the East Coast that say that. But yeah, I don't care what he says, because he's an idiot. Oscars are amazing. They are water dogs. They are the best fish ever. And so have fun with that. And take lots of pictures as if they were your child. And Oscars will pose for you all day long. So that's a beautiful thing too.
They're fun.
They're as easy to photograph as discus. Because, you know, discus just sit there.
Okay. But yeah, but Oscars kind of are like, yeah, but okay.
You just got to put food in their belly and then they chill.
Simo Cichlids B-roll with the $2 super chat. Top trophiest breeder. I don't know. I don't know that. I wouldn't know who breeds them. Like
Old World's breeding them. The bureaus are breeding them.
Are they? Okay.
Well, there's, as far as who's breeding them, that's difficult because the people that I know that breed them, you can't buy from because they only sell to retailers, which would be like Old World Exotics, which is Leif de Mason, and Florida Exotics. But they only sell to retailers. They're a fish farm that, you know, anyway. And they're also, Florida Exotic is the company that started Extreme Fish Foods. But I know that he's breeding Tropheus down there. I think Leif is breeding, and I think Live Fish Direct is too. But I'm not 100% sure. As far as retailers go that are selling them, Live Fish Direct all day long, I would tell you. And Dave's, I know, has, at least I've seen in the past, been selling a lot of Tropheus. So that would be where I would push you. Fisherman Fever, kudos for slumming it with a phone stream. It's not slumming it. It actually looks quite nice. I mean, you know, we could do this in the basement and it would be fine. But yeah, thank you. And he's going to be coming up next. Did I not mention that earlier? I was going to.
What?
And I think I might have gotten off track that he's streaming after us. Rack is not streaming tonight, and it's going to be Fisherman Fever. He's going to have, what's his name? Father Fish. I almost said Old Man Fish. He's going to have Father Fish on with him tonight, which is going to be really cool. So you'll definitely want to check that out. Coming up in 11 minutes.
Nice.
Me, David Glass, with the $10. I have a 60-gallon tank and want to have African cichlids. How many can I have in that tank? Boy, my answer today would be totally different than what it would have been 5 years ago.
It depends too if it's in Bunas or if it's peacocks and haps. So
you could be talking about shell dwellers. That's the problem. I mean, because see, back in the day when we were heavy into African cichlids and breeding them and selling them and doing all of that, when you said African cichlids, you meant peacocks, haps, and imbunas.
Yeah.
That's what you meant. But now, with all of the Tropheus and the shell dwellers and all of these predator haps and all of this stuff, African cichlids is a much more broad title for these fish. But peacocks and haps, I'm going to say none. just because that's what a responsible person like me should say. In Bunas, maybe a dozen. And you know, be on your A game. But again, back in the day, I would have told you more than that. But now, you know, I've grown a little, and I would tell you about a dozen imbunas. But you need to stick with the imbunas that are going to stay on the smaller side. Don't go with things like ACI and a lot of the metroclimas and stuff like that are going to get, you know, they have the potential to get 7-8 inches long. You know, stay away from those. Stick with the smaller ones, the pseudotropheus and stuff like that, and you could put a dozen in there comfortably, no problem. How can I? Oh, that's a beta question. That's all you.
How can I get my beta to eat pellets? He doesn't like. I've expensive and messy frozen bloodworms the seller fed him. Thanks. Okay.
The answer is.
I'm assuming this means, how do you get your beta to eat pellets? He's only eating messy frozen bloodworms. You could start off first, maybe to transition him, start off with like a flake, like a crow flake, something, you know, specific for betas, or what is that? Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, well that has the spirulina and the krill in it. I would actually suggest for the betas the crow flake from Extreme. But anyways, you were asking about the pellet. Once you start getting them to eat maybe some of the flake, maybe try a pellet, you know, not just put one in there. Don't put like 5 or 6 in there and be like, oh my gosh, you only ate one. Well, sometimes they fall and they can't get them, you know, so start off with a little bit of a flake, crumble it up, and then try a pellet one at a time, see if they eat it. So.
And if you come to whatever event we go to next, I don't know when that's going to be, but food. In that closet right there, you can see the edge of the door right there. There, yeah, you can see the door. Mm-hmm. In that closet is 96 cans of Extreme Krill Flakes, smaller sample cans. But they're still a good size can. We don't have any of them sitting around here, but it's a good size. You could feed a beta for a year with this can. We'll be giving those out at whatever the next event is that we go to. Now, if that event is like an Aquashella, they might not let us do that there. I don't know. Corey was giving them out last year, so we'll have to see. But we'll see. Without Extreme being a sponsor, I don't know that I would be able to do that. But anyway, if it's a smaller event, then I would do that. Family remedy, eat cherries for gout. I have heard that from more than one person. I've also heard the baking soda with lemon. She wouldn't let me try that. I mean, I'm just kind of going the diet route and then just wait it out. But I've heard cherries, and if it was as easy as just running to the store and grabbing some cherries, I would do that. But you know how the way the world works right now, it's very tough to do that. Did we miss some? We did.
Oh my. Wait. Okay.
We have missed some super chats here. Ahmad Hussein, what's your top 3 fish for a 10-gallon tank? Because we only have 7 minutes left, this is what I'm going to tell you. We have done 2 10 Things episodes on that very topic. So below us, if you're watching this on desktop, or if you're watching it on mobile too, below us is going to be our channel name. Click on that. It'll take you to our channel. Go to videos, and you won't have to scroll down very far because one of them was like 4 or 5 weeks ago, and then the other one was 7 or 8 months ago. But if you go to the 10 Things playlist, you'll see 2 videos that we've done on that. But Harlequin Rasboras are going to be one, betas, and guppies. How about that? There you go. That's going to be my favorites.
Terry Renee Henderson with the $4.99 super chat. Do I have to sterilize the tank if the previous lone beta died? Tank ornament substrate. You know what? If you don't know what the beta died from, if you think it's a disease of any kind, I would.
Why not?
I would. If it's a beta that was in there for 5, 6 years, 7 years, died of natural causes because it's old, I would do just a really good water change and everything, start fresh, but I wouldn't say you'd have to sterilize, but definitely if you think it's from some kind of a disease, that's for sure.
Marty Borst with the $2, nothing attached to it, just take my money. That's kind of, we've seen that so many times. It's amazing to me that people are just like, here's money.
I know.
I don't want anything in return, just here's money. Simo Cichlids B-roll, another $2. Thank you guys. I am partial to Dave's. Yeah, heard a lot of really, really good things about Dave's rare aquarium fish. Good stuff. Let's go back down here. We've got 5 minutes left, so we got to start wrapping things up here. Somebody just said they are the old man. Marty Borst did it again. Here's more. Just take money. We don't want anything. Just take money. Stella Ordery, and I sure do hope we're saying your name right. Thank you so much for y'all answering my question. Y'all helped me so much. Love ya. I did your idea on painting aquarium black. It looks great. Thanks.
Awesome.
I'm debating when I move the 240, I'm debating taking that blue off and painting that black.
You don't like the Steam Fat Blue?
I like the Steam Fat Blue because I like to mess with Bob, but at the same time, I just feel like the fish will pop more with the black.
Wait, that's going to be the tank behind me in the streams.
So it needs to be black.
Yeah, probably.
Yep. Bridget Osborne became a member. Very exciting. Welcome to the team. I think that probably puts us at our quota for the stream. There's not really a quota, but I hope that we get 10 each time. But I can't see how many there are because we don't have the service here tonight. Are Mbuna okay with Dragon Blood Peacock Cichlids? I'm going to tell you yes because we've done it, I don't even know how many times. Dragon Bloods can be hit or miss, but so can Mbunas. So
I mean, think about it. Dragon Bloods, they're pretty, I wouldn't call them, they are an African cichlid, so they're aggressive, but I wouldn't say they're the most aggressive. You know, I would say they're probably the least aggressive.
What?
In my opinion, they've been...
Dragon Bloods?
They've been...
I'm sorry, it's
ones
10:30
we've
at night.
had.
The biggest asshole we own right now is a Dragon Blood.
Well, that's because it's your tank. I'm talking about the ones we had at the fish store.
Okay.
I mean, now if you were talking about an OB, that's a different story.
We got 3 minutes left. Augustin Zamora, I hope I'm saying your name right. I have a 125-gallon, 6-foot long. I have 2 FX6 filters and an MP40 power head. It's a small tropical fish setup. I turn off the MP40 when at work. When I get home, I see them at the top. Would an airstone help? Absolutely, yes. But obviously with 2 FX6s, you've got plenty of water movement. Mm-hmm. But if they are going up to the top, there's a reason for that. There's not enough movement of the water. The ammonia is high. Something is going on in there. I would stop turning off whatever you're turning off because obviously it's not making them happy. So play it safe.
Sure.
Thank you so much for the super chat. And yeah, let's figure out why they're going up to the top, because if that's happening every day, we need to make sure we got water moving. And if you could put an air stone in there with an air pump, why can't you just leave the power head on instead? If that's keeping them happy, then just leave that on. But maybe it makes too much noise and it bothers people when you're at work. Who knows? Wentz World, Zach Wild, super chat question of the stream. Top 3 American cichlids. Of course he's going to do that with 2 minutes left. Oscars,
Of course.
discus, and angels. That was the easiest question all day long. Are we caught up?
Yay!
I vote summer tubfish. Summer tubbing is the hot button item right now. We're probably going to do a summer tub and we're not even going to show it on YouTube.
No, just to do for the fun of it.
It would be following the lead of everybody else if we did. And that's actually her words, not mine.
Yeah, but also I would rather try it first, see if I can do it right, and share my experiences later after I did it right or wrong. So you can't learn from me while I'm learning too. I guess it just wouldn't make sense. So
Although I started a saltwater tank and I learned saltwater on YouTube, and I think a lot of people appreciated that because I wasn't trying to present myself as an expert. I was just here. This is what I'm doing. You want to follow along? So, it wouldn't be a terrible thing to make your mistakes, show it on to the people so they can learn with you. But anyway, it is 10:29, folks, which means we've got to shut things down. even though this was a fiasco, it turned out to be quite fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a good time. We
super
can't
chat.
let her. It would be super if you would respond to me on the Tank Talk Facebook group. Courtney Hippert, okay, she will, because I'm terrible with that kind of stuff.
Okay. Just tag me in it.
She's nicer than me too, so. But this was a lot of fun. You know, this had the potential to be completely catastrophic, but it was fun. It was a good time, and I appreciate all of you all.
We almost didn't even do it.
We were 20 minutes away from not doing it.
Yeah, I was like,
so.
let's go set up in my office. We can do this.
You have her to thank for us being here tonight to hang out with you. So this was a great time. Thank you all so much. Let's go over to Fish Room Fever.
Yep.
We're not going to be over there right away because we don't have internet and everything else. So maybe it's on now and we can do it. Who knows? But yeah, did I say? I didn't say River Life, did I? If I said anything,
you said Fish Room Fever.
Okay, go over to Fish Room Fever. The link has been shared multiple times, I'm sure, by Candy because she is a pro. Hit that link, go over there. He's going to have Father Fish over there with him. There's the link right there. So go over there, hang out with them, and say hashtag
Wi-Fi sucks.
There you go. Wi-Fi sucks. That's perfect. I was going to say no internet, but you know, hey, Wi-Fi sucks. That's fine too. So I don't even know how to stop a live stream on a phone. I guess I just push this.
And say bye.
Bye. Nope, got to push